How we doing? Welcome to Wasted Lunch, the perfect place to waste your lunch. I'm Paul McVeigh. Time is about 12 noonish Oven Standard. What is happening, guys and gals? It's Friday, last day of that busy week, and almost time to relax and enjoy the weekend. Oh my gosh. You guys excited about it, huh? Everybody excited about the weekend? Once again, I'm going to have another weekend that's, oh, there, why don't I just light myself on fire right now? Another weekend where it's going to actually be pretty busy for me. So, but I look forward to it. Let's see, it feels good. In my new location here for Wasted Lunch. I've popped up from here a couple times in the evening. A little late broadcast, but I think this is the first time I'm actually doing Wasted Lunch from this set. So I'm excited about it. Got a giant hairy pear hanging up in the corner. If you're wondering what the hell that is, that's a giant pear. Let's see. There's my hand on it to give you an idea as to the scale. Very bizarre, isn't it? It's kind of weird. It's weird. Big hairy ass pear is weird to have hanging up around the place, but it's got personality, right? And it doesn't go too bad color-wise with everything else going on around me. Also today I'm wearing a, I'll go ahead and show this a little bit here. Wearing a holiday style tie here. Got penguins. Christmas style tie, and you know, you might be thinking, well, hell, Paul, it's still November. What are you doing wearing a tie with Christmas penguins and a Christmas tree on it? Well, yesterday was the first snow this winter season that I've seen. Big, fluffy globs of snow falling out of the sky, and it made me feel all Christmassy, wintry, you know, that kind of feeling. So I thought, you know what? There's nothing wrong with wearing a Christmas tie, Christmas season tie today. And this whole year, this year in particular, I don't know. Around my house, we started getting more Christmassy early. You know, we put up a tree early. I used to complain and gripe, well, I still do, about the stores, about how they're always rushing into the Christmas season. And now I'm doing it at home, but I don't know. We started getting into it early this year. I don't think we'll be burnt out by the time Christmas actually comes around, you know. But I started playing the Christmas music early on the radio. We put up our tree. I'm wearing a Christmas tie, and just, I don't know. I don't know why everything's starting early this year. I mean, usually it's the stores, and like I said, I'm usually griping about that. I'm usually griping that they've started Christmas early, and then now here I am, and I'm doing it. I'm just marveling at my pear back there. Yeah, it is a weird ass thing, isn't it? But anyways, I don't know. But got my smokes, got my coffee. Oh my gosh, and this coffee is so damn hot. I poured it, made me a big, huge mug of it, because where I was at before, I was a lot closer. I was shooting right out of the kitchen, and I was a lot closer to my coffee maker. I could just, grab my phone, take a little stroll, and boom, I'm right at the coffee maker. Got my nice fresh refill. But I am not close to the coffee maker now. So I either got to start carrying these big ass mugs with me when I do the show, or I'm going to have to put a coffee maker up here on the set. So, but yeah, I'm digging it here. It's pretty damn comfortable. I like it. I like it. I like the way it looks. It looks pretty good on screen here. Let's see. Got some more things I think I might decorate it up with, but yeah, it feels nice and cozy where I'm at, so I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty nerdy of me, but I'm enjoying it. Really enjoying it for some reason. Watched a movie last night. The Perfect Day was the name of it. Took place somewhere, generically somewhere in the Balkans. During the Balkan Wars. Okay. Took place in '95. And the movie started out with a group of volunteers, aid volunteers in former Yugoslavia, who went and cleaned up wells and things like that had been mined or poisoned or whatever during the Balkan Wars. And what's his name? Benicio del Toro. I think I'm getting his name right. I'm not sure. Anyways, he stars in it. And what's his ass? Timothy Robbins is in it. And it starts off with there is a big, dead, fat body in a well that they're trying to get out of this well. And they're trying to get this body out of this well because it's contaminating the well. They've got ropes tied around it, and they're trying to pull it out with the truck, and the rope breaks, and the body plunges right back down into the well, and they've got no more rope. The rope broke, and they go looking for more rope, and everything just kind of goes downhill from that point on. All kinds of bad stuff starts happening to these people. They got to be on the lookout for mines and things like that in the road, and and it was a weird movie. It really was a weird movie because, I mean, it was obviously meant to be a humorous movie, but there were serious things in there too. You know, and war is a serious thing, and that war especially, and not that, you know, all wars are, I mean, all wars are tragic, but that war, of course, involved genocide and some really super tragic issues during that war. And then this movie was, like I said, it was a comedy, but there were dramatic, heartbreaking things in it too. So it was weird because one minute you'd be feeling bad about something, and then the next minute there's something that you think is supposed to be humorous, or you start second guessing and wondering, am I a sicko because I'm finding something funny? It's a weird movie. I never heard of it before, but I ended up watching it last night because, oh my gosh, I decided last night I wasn't feeling very peppy around 8 o'clock, 8:30 or whatever. So I brewed half a pot of coffee. All right, and then start drinking this coffee around 9 o'clock. Stupid move, bad mistake. What's up, Sean? I had some coffee last night, and I had it late in the day. And I figured I'd probably end up being up a little later than usual, but I did not plan on being up until 6 o'clock in the morning, which is exactly what the hell happened. Ended up being up till 6 o'clock in the morning from that damn coffee. Just friggin' could not sleep. Could not sleep. It's horrible. So, oh my gosh, yeah. It's terrible. So that's how I ended up watching this movie, The Perfect Day. Okay. Before that, I was on the damn internet for hours. Sean says, man, I thought that was a dinosaur behind you at first. Are you talking about this? You talking about this? I guess I could see it kind of be a dinosaur-ish. You want to know what that is? Okay. Can you tell what it is? First off, can you tell what the hell it is? I'll give you a chance to guess what it is. It is funky. It is funky. Oh my gosh. I gotta try and be careful taking a drink of this coffee. It is so hot. Okay, Sean says, yeah, the brown thing. Oh, man. This is a giant... Sean says, is it a coconut? No. Here, I'm going to put my hand on it. What's up, Chris? To kind of give you the scale, okay? I got decent-sized hands. So, if that gives you any, idea as to it. It's a giant pear. It's a giant-ass pear. And it's got fronds or tendrils on it. Let's see, Jonah's saying happy game day, Jonah. Chris says coconut, LOL, LOL, LOL. Yeah, it is a big, ugly ass pear thing covered with hair and fur. And Sean says, is it a bird egg? No, it's not a bird egg. It's a giant pear. And Chris says, what's up, Paul? Oh, well, right now you're looking at it. Moved into got a different studio set up now. I'm geeked about it. I'm very happy about it. It's very cozy. It's comfy. It feels good. Jonah says, really, Sean, a bird egg. Yeah, well, I could see that guess, but it's weird. I saw this thing. It's, oh gosh, at a secondhand place. And I'm like, damn, that thing is so ugly, and it's so bizarre. But it was just so big. Its presence, it's so ginormous. I'm like, I don't know what the hell, why I would need something like that. So, but I'm going to get it. The price was right, and I'm like, I mean, I'm not, I don't have any fixation on pears or anything like that, but it was just so weird, and it needed a home, and I knew I could give it a home, so that's why I got it. Sean says, Jonah, there are ostriches and emus. I don't think they have that big of eggs, okay? I don't think they have. Oh, let's see. I don't know. There. Give you a sense of scale. Here. Shit. Let's see. Jonah says, if that was a bird egg, I would really be impressed. I would be really impressed. Yeah. It'd have to be one hell of a bird. Not a bird egg. But I don't know if you guys could tell. That is a big ass pear. And I don't know who in the hell made it. I don't know the story behind it or anything like that. It's just really weird, and I got it, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and I just thought, damn it, I'm going to put her up. I'm going to put up that giant pear. I got to figure out something to do with the damn thing, Jonah says, Sean, I am not dumb. I know that, LOL. And that does not even look like an egg. Their eggs are a light brown and white. So, it sounds like Jonah knows something about emu and ostrich eggs. I'll admit, I'm not, I am not an ornithologist. I don't know much about them. I know they're big-ass birds, so they would have to have big-ass eggs, but I imagine they'd make some big-ass omelets, too, you know. Now, Chris, how was your trip to California? I saw some of the pictures. Looked like you met Ron Jeremy. Ron friggin' Jeremy. Oh my gosh, I saw that picture. Chris met Ron Jeremy, the Hedgehog, I think it was one of his nicknames. One of porn's legendary stars, and Chris got to meet him. How cool was that? Oh my gosh. And you know, the thing is, I don't know, I just think of all kinds of disgusting things instead of getting like an autograph, what somebody would get, you know, as a fan of Ron Jeremy. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's disgusting. Sean says, hey, you guys got to give me a pass on this time. I ain't never seen a pear that big. Oh, I like me some big pears, I'll tell you what. Jonah says, just one egg can be 6 to 8 regular eggs. See, that'd make a hell of an omelet. That'd be a big-ass omelet. Oh, wow. So, yeah. Well, Chris went to California. Man, I saw that picture of Ron Jeremy. That was some funny shit. Oh, my gosh. That dude's gotta be old. Chris says, yes, I did meet him and also flew to Florida together. Okay. Damn. Ron Jeremy flew to Florida with you. Oh, crazy. Jonah says, are you talking about the dude who has, well, a giant member? Yeah. Chris says, also met Ed O'Neill, Al Bundy. No shit. That's funny. And it's weird because, you know, Ed O'Neill is a fellow Ohioan. I believe he's from the Youngstown area. Wow. So you got to meet Ed O'Neill, and Chris says, yes, that guy. Yeah. Mr. Dick. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Ron Jeremy. Crazy shit. You know, and that guy was proof, well, that it didn't matter what you looked like if you wanted to be a porn star. You know, as long as you were packing the right heat, you know, you could make it in the porn business. Oh my gosh. Let's see, Jonas says, that's fucking awesome. Sounds a trip well spent. Yeah, it looks like you had a hell of a lot of fun. A lot of fun. But yeah, oh my gosh. Ron Jeremy. You know, you'd think he was in that business so long. You know, all that sex and stuff. Is it just, you know, do people get tired of doing it, you know? Chris says, also saw Sofia Vergara, I might be saying that wrong, sorry, I'm not familiar, and Jesse Tyler Ferguson. Oh, no shit. Damn. And Chris was just living it the hell up. Let's see, Sean says, hey Jonah, what you know about guys with big numbers? Or do you mean what have you been watching? I'd hate to see your search history. I wouldn't want anybody to see my search history either. Chris says, my girlfriend got Ed O'Neill back in touch with an ex-teacher from Maslin. He is still in love with her. Dude, I know the teacher you're talking about. I know the teacher you're talking about, because if this is a lady I think he dated in college. Wow. Oh shit, here we go. Chris is saying, got to visit Spawn Ranch, where Charles Manson and the family lived for 2 years. Yeah, no shit. Oh gosh. Damn, dude. Damn. Yeah, I know about Spawn Ranch. I've read enough about it. Sean says, you gotta think those people probably got plenty of diseases. Well, there were some AIDS scares that went through the porn community. There were some AIDS outbreaks there. And, you know, old Ron Jeremy, he was involved, you know, in the golden age of porn, too. I mean, wow. And then, you know, which porn at one time being involved in it had to seem pretty cool until AIDS came about, you know. Most diseases were treatable, but then AIDS came around and no damn cure for that shit. Wow. Chris says, yes, yes, yes. Jonah says, hey, Sean, I will openly admit I've watched stuff too bad. I can't release your search history. You might get embarrassed. You and the old grannies, man. The old grannies, man. Whoa. Jonah says, STD's gone wild. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Well, there were. I read about some cases where some of the actors ended up having AIDS, and they shut the hell up about it. You know, they didn't let people know, and they went about their business, you know, screwing and screwing and screwing, and they're passing AIDS around, you know, like crazy. What's up, Mike? I don't know how. Right now, we're talking about porn stars. Chris got to meet Ron Jeremy. Ron the Schlong Jeremy. Oh my goodness. You know, just crazy. I mean, my goodness. I had a magazine one time. You know, I'll go ahead and admit it. I had a magazine one time, and I didn't have it for him. They used to have these multi-pack adult magazines at the porn store. And one of them one time, you know, they'd have these, I don't know, exposés or whatever, these scenes that were photographed. And one of them, it was like from the 70s, and I'm like, son of a bitch, that's Ron Jeremy right there. It was weird. I mean, it was old as shit. Sean says, that could be a good adult film. STD's gone wild. LOL. Jonah says, Sean, you are nuts. Oh, gosh. Oh, could you imagine, though, doing porn and being really active in it, and then all of a sudden you find out that somebody has had AIDS for months? I mean, it'd be some weird, well, not weird, that'd be terrifying. Sean says, Paul got that Ron Jeremy special. Yeah, it was, I mean, it was a newer magazine from when I got it, but the pictures in it were from, like, the 70s. Mike says, I heard he's from Nantucket. I don't know. I heard at one time he was planning on being a rabbi or something. You know, but I could be wrong there. Could be wrong. I'm not, but man, yeah. Could you imagine though? Because the porn circle was much smaller back then too. And, you know, back in the days when AIDS was first discovered here. It was much smaller, but so, I mean, you were doing people that were done by other dudes for certain. And, AIDS. I remember the first time hearing about AIDS back in the 80s, and it was just terrifying. I was a little kid, you know, I wasn't using drugs or screwing around or anything, but boy, that shit, man, that was scary hearing about AIDS. Remember that? That was new shit when we were, when me and Mike and Chris were kids. The AIDS thing was new. See, you younger folks grew up knowing all about AIDS right off the rip. But I remember when the AIDS thing was new. It was scary. You know, there were a couple scary things ended up growing up with that were just like discovered. And crack cocaine was one, and then the other one was AIDS. Jonah says it has gone wild now. with the power of the internet, you would be surprised what you will find. Oh yeah, it's all out there. Sean says, isn't it illegal if you have AIDS and continue to have adult relations with someone and not disclose that you have the disease? I've heard of people getting prosecuted before for that. Chris says, I think that happened with Holmes. Yeah, well, speaking of, we were just talking about famous Ohioans. John Holmes was from Ohio, too, for what that's worth. Chris said he ended up going across seas to work because nobody would work with him here. Chris said John Holmes. Yeah, I figured that's who you meant. Yeah, and, he was involved in those Wonderland murders where, there were those drug dealers and shit that got killed, got slayed at their house. I don't know. 3 or 4 people got killed in that house. They all got mashed with hammers. It was grisly shit. And John Holmes was hanging out with some big drug dealer, I think in L.A. Can't remember the guy's first name. His last name was Nash. And these people went over and wiped these people the hell out. And it really seems that John Holmes was involved in that. But once again, John Holmes got off, But Chris says it is illegal now. Yes. Well, and John Holmes, I don't know if he shot up. I know he definitely had drug problems. Definitely into coke big time. Mike says, wasn't Boogie Nights loosely based on the life of John Holmes? Yes. Yeah. It was inspired by John Holmes. Yeah, he was, there. Another famous Ohioan there, guys. Just a hillbilly from Ohio. Ended up being the shit in the porn world. Sean says, now that I look at it closely, the stuff at the bottom destroys the theory that it could have been an egg. Yeah. Yeah, these tendrils. Well, they could have came from the nest. If it were an egg, maybe they just stuck to the egg. But yeah, you guys want to, read about some scary shit. Read about the Wonderland murders and John Holmes being involved in that. That was creepy shit. That was really messed up. But yeah, John Holmes was a big druggie. And I guess it ended up affecting his career too. Like, he couldn't get it up and stuff for the movies. And, at times because of all the cocaine he was using. But these are things I've read. Now, personally, I don't know. I guess coke can have that effect on you. I don't know. But yeah, AIDS, scary shit. Jonah says those murders were crazy. Yeah, I think they might have made a movie about it. Didn't they make a movie called Wonderland or something like that? Crazy shit. It was crazy shit. And I'm trying to think if the dude, that Nash guy, got away with it too. I can't remember if he got away with it. But it seems like John Holmes was at least with them in the house while they were killing these people. And probably taking part in it too. Mike says that's when he went gay for pay and ended up contracting HIV. Good point, Mike. That's another thing I was thinking was he actually did some gay stuff too. Now, and this is just stuff I've read about, never watched the films. I haven't seen, to be honest with you, I haven't seen a whole lot of John Holmes movies, to be honest with you. I've never seen any movies where he was starring in them. Seen a couple movies where he, and his member made guest appearances in them. Chris says, born in Canada but lived in North Canton. Okay, who are we talking about, Chris? Straighten me out. You talking John Holmes? Yeah. Now he really was Mr. Schlong, I mean, talk about money and fame. Jeez. Yeah, that was the guy everybody wanted to measure up to. Still do, I guess. Jonah says, I couldn't imagine having an STD that would cause someone to go insane. For example, Al Capone lost his mind, and it is said that he would be fishing in a swimming pool. Mike says, John Holmes. Okay. Damn. Al Capone was fishing in a swimming pool. No shit. Oh, syphilis got into his brain. Yeah, John Holmes, that was a guy a lot of people wanted to measure up to. And I figure still do. I don't know. I heard that when he first went in to see somebody about getting into that business, he said something about, they said, well, what makes you special? And I guess he said something to the effect of, I got something bigger than a tube of toothpaste and smaller than a Cadillac is what I heard. Sean says, didn't John Holmes die of AIDS? Yes, he did. Yes. Let's see. Jonah says, Charlie Sheen also got his fair share of AIDS. Charlie Sheen has AIDS? Or is this one of them, like, Magic Johnson things where they got the AIDS but it isn't killing them? Because they got all kinds of drugs and shit now, right? That'll keep you alive. I mean, it used to be back in the days that you got AIDS and what, you had just a couple of years to live. But now they got drugs and stuff to help keep you alive for a lot longer. But it used to be, yeah. You got that shit and I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about it. Sean says, yes, Charlie Sheen has HIV. No shit. Yeah, I didn't even know that. I had no clue. No clue at all. I didn't know that shit. Well, I'm glad I didn't sleep with him. But, yeah, it used to be if you had that shit, I mean, your days were numbered. Mike says, yes, he does, thanks to Heidi Fleiss and her prostitutes. Okay. She was, a madam or whatever, and had those whores that were doing those really, really rich people. Chris says, yes, he does, but he will get rid of it. Money. Can it be you think it can be gotten rid of? Let's see, Mike says he also has tiger blood. What do you mean by tiger blood? What do you mean by tiger blood? Are you talking real tigers? Like infuse real tiger blood into his veins? Is that what we're talking about here? Tiger blood? I'm thrown off. Let's see, Mike says, and Adonis DNA. What is that shit? I don't even know what you're talking about, Mike. You're going to have to educate me. Jonah says, it's also sick when people know they have something and don't tell their partner until after or never at all. That can get you charged with attempted murder. I know, I've heard of people trying to take their blood and using syringes and stabbing people with that shit. That shit's happened too. Chris says, porn stars have admitted not being able to keep up with Charlie. That's talent. Oh my gosh. So he's like a sex fiend, is what you're saying, Chris. Wow. Man. So Charlie is a sex maniac. Is that what we're saying here? Nymphomaniac. Wow. Yeah, I've never really followed stars very much, you know, and shit like that. Mike says he did an interview, or I'll read it verbatim. He died in an interview and must have been high AF, and he was saying weird shit like that. Okay. He was saying this shit. What the hell? Weird. But he's kind of a weird guy, isn't he? He's kind of a weird dude, and he's done some big ass movies. I'm not saying you can't do big ass movies and not be weird, but you know. Let's see. Jonas says, I believe there is a cure for certain STDs and for cancer, but the government does not want to release it to the public, knowing that if they would, it would save many more lives, but they don't want to face overpopulation, quote unquote, if that was the case. Chris says, sex and drugs. Yeah, so he likes sex and drugs. You know what, Jonah, you talking about the cures and stuff. I wonder about that shit sometimes, you know. I've heard a lot of people talk, you know, considering it the way, you know, that they don't want to, because medical industry is making so much money off of treating people for illnesses they already have. But I've always thought, though, too, if somebody came up with a cure for something, I would think that these doctors and scientists have egos, too. And wouldn't, you know, and I've thought, you know, wouldn't these guys want to be known as the guy who came up with the cure, you know? I've wondered about that. You know, because they got egos and shit, too. So I wonder if they had cures, if it eventually would come out anyways, because somebody would want their name associated with it. John says you can live with HIV, however, full-blown AIDS, you will about 3 to 4 years with treatment. However, without treatment, you'll last about a year. I think I missed something. Yeah, Mike said that's why they kicked him off 2.5 Men. Oh, shit. Mike says, I have a feeling that Sean is one of those conspiracy theory guys. I don't know. Sean says, Jonah said it, not me. Yeah, I think it was Jonah said that about the, about them keeping that shit. Yeah, Jonah did say that, about them keeping it secret. And I think somebody, I really do. I think those doctors and those scientists are egotistic, just like everybody else. Shit, I know doctors are. I've met more than one doctor who was an egotistical bastard. But you would think somebody would want that claim to fame that, you know, I came up with this shit. You know, I'm the guy who invented this or that, you know, discovered this vaccine or whatever, and would want their name attributed to this cure. It just, that's my thinking about it. I think like that. I think somebody would want that claim to fame to be, you know, along with all those other famous people over the years who have came up with these cures for shit. I understand people theorizing about the medical industry not wanting there to be a cure because they're making all this money off of just treating people's symptoms and things like that. I understand the idea behind thinking that, but I just wonder, I think somebody would end up blabbing about it because they want that recognition. I mean, you know, those guys, they want to be known for shit. I'm moving this huge app. Look at this glass. It's filthy as hell. It's been sitting around. This is a beer glass. Actually drank this before, filled that baby up and drank that down before. bastard. I forget how many beers it holds. Let's see. Yeah. AIDS. Oh, gosh. It's crazy that you can live that long. So, and that's the thing. So, you can, and that's the thing where I used to get confused. You can be HIV positive but not have AIDS, right? That's the case. But full-blown AIDS, you're screwed. Your days are numbered, right? That's what we're saying here, guys. Wow. That's why it pays to wrap it up. Sean says the problem with that theory is what cancer has has the cure. There are many different cancers and each is unique. I wonder, I don't know a lot about the different cancers and what makes them different, but that's the thing. I mean, are they like viruses to where they're completely different from one another? The different cancers. I mean, or like Sean saying that you would have to have something completely different to cure different types of cancer. Chris says there is a cure for cancer, but cancer is a serious business. And Chris dropped a link. So, www.burzymskie.com. And there's a / in there. But anyways, I'm going to have to check that shit out. It's interesting. I have to see what that's all about, Chris. I've read some about like homeopathic cures for cancer, different ways to treat yourself on your own with lifestyle. I've read stuff about diets, about exercise. I've even read about cures that involve diet, exercise, and spiritual things for healing. I don't know if it's bullshit or not, but there's all kinds of stuff online about these, do-it-yourself cures. Sean says, yes, they are completely different. One example, male breast cancer and female cancer is a completely different disease. Huh. Jonah says there's some crazy things out there. I'm intrigued by the thought of the unknown. For example, I believe Adolf Hitler never killed himself. I bet Eva Braun and Hitler had doubles to take their places as they fled to Nazi-friendly Argentina to where he lived the rest of his life. Yeah, I just saw something. I think somebody put out a film about that. About the theory that he went to Argentina instead of killing himself. It's interesting. I don't know what I think about that, if I believe that or not. Sean says, sorry guys, I don't believe in this theory as there are too many holes in it. Yeah. Chris says, gotta go guys. Everybody have a good weekend. Go Tigers! Yes, go Tigers. Alright, Chris, you have a good weekend too, buddy. Stay out of trouble. Hope you didn't contract anything from Ron Jeremy. Just teasing, but I do hope you didn't get anything from him. So, Sean says the one theory I do believe is the theory that Lee Harvey Oswald did not act alone. Now that I don't think he was by himself on that either. I really don't. I'm not gonna purport, or I'm not going to say that I know exactly what happened, but I don't believe he acted alone either. Jonah says, go Tigers. Have a great weekend. Wow. Yeah, I don't think Lee Harvey Oswald was on his own in that either. I'll agree with that. I think there was a lot more to it than just one crazed lonely gunmen. I don't know. I don't think we'll ever find out the whole truth about that. You know, let's see. Sean says, like, how could that have gone so smoothly? Think about it. Yeah, well, I don't know. And do you guys think Lyndon B. Johnson was behind it? Sean says that the Jack Ruby thing always gets me. Jonah says, I believe there were more people involved in that with that assassination. There's no way that he could have hit his mark all in the few seconds to fire, what, 4 shots? Yeah, I don't believe the official story on that. Jonah says he would have hit his target once. I do believe that. Oh, yeah. There's no doubt I believe he could have shot him at least once, you know. But I don't know. I don't know. Some people think Lyndon Johnson was behind it too. I don't know. There was a video out a while ago. I can't remember the guy's name. He's a convict, and they had this big ass interview with him where he was saying what really happened. Said he was involved in the assassination. This guy who was already locked up. Let's see. Jonah says he would have hit his target once. I do believe that. Okay, I already read that. Sorry. Jonah says, I'm sure that Jack Ruby was paid by the mafia to assassinate Oswald. Sean says, Ruby did have mafia connections. It's entirely possible. Yeah. I gotta go check on my door. I think somebody was pounding on it. But I'm not sure. So, here I go. Let's see. Somebody was knocking on my door. One of two things. Either somebody was knocking on my door, or my dog was scratching very hard up and shaking the whole damn house. Let's see. My dog was scratching really damn hard. Oh, weird. Yeah, I'll tell you, this makes me... Talking about this shit makes me want to watch that JFK movie. You guys ever see that one? Was that made by Oliver Stone? Who's a skeptical guy to begin with, Oliver Stone is. I'll tell you what, one thing I definitely don't believe the official story about. And this one's definitely a lot more recent. I do not believe the official 9/11 story on what happened. How do you guys feel about that one? Sean says the mafia also helped JFK get elected. As soon as he got elected, he turned on them. Yeah. It did not cave into their demands and went after them, prosecuting many of them. Yeah, the Kennedy boys went after the mob. And their grandpa was a mobster. He's a friggin' mobster himself. Which helped them, become a powerful and rich family. Sean says, you guys ever heard of Operation Northwood? Yes. Yes, I have. And when you read about Operation Northwood, and you think about shit like 9/11, it makes you draw some comparisons, which obviously Northwood was long before that. But, yeah, I don't believe the official story on 9/11. I don't believe it. guys think of 9/11? Do you believe the official report? I mean, I don't even necessarily believe some of those damn Osama bin Laden videos. Sean says it sounds eerily similar to September 11th. Exactly. Jonah says, I would always love to solve a huge mystery of a murder or to discover the Nazi gold train that they decided to hide. That is why the Kennedys were assassinated. They went against a mob, and JFK wanted nothing to do with the Bay of Pigs invasion with Castro. Well, Jonah's saying there's the motive. Wow. And what they took out, well, 2 of the Kennedys died there too. But yeah, guys, what do you guys think of 9/11? Think that happened the way the official report came out and said it happened? You guys believe that? I mean, I don't know. Or do you think there's a problem with not believing it? You know, do you think it's un-American not to believe it? I don't think it's un-American not to believe it. I don't think it's un-American to question things. I don't. I think it's American to question things, to want some damn answers. You know, I didn't buy the official report. I didn't read the whole damn thing either. I didn't read that whole big bastard. Let's see, Sean says, I believe the mob had more to do with Kennedy's assassination than the federal government. However, I do believe they were involved. Maybe they were working together, a joint operation. That's possible. Yeah, people ain't never gonna quit looking into that thing, huh? It's always gonna fascinate people. How about you, Mike? What do you think? What do you think about the 9/11 thing? See, Jonah says, if 9/11 was set up, I don't understand why the U.S. government would kill thousands of innocent Americans, all to spark a war. Like when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. Everyone has an entitlement to question things. It's not like you are pledging allegiance to a terrible group. After all, we are all American by heart. Sean says, what's truly un-American? Lying to the American people about what truly happened. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, in America, our government is supposed to represent us, right? And that's supposed to lord over us. And it's supposed to be serving us, not the other way around. So I think when people question things, I don't think it makes you un-American at all. I think, I don't know. I don't buy the whole official story. I really don't. It's just too many weird things going on with that. Yeah, I mean, just a lot of questions. And I know a lot of people don't even like to talk about it. A lot of people don't even like to think about it. I know people that, in their mind, question it and don't believe it went down the way the government said it went down. I know that. And they still decide they don't even want to speculate because just the idea of it makes them sick. Jonah says, if you are a high-up leader and official and you lie to the American people, I find that wrong. I know they can't tell us civilians classified information, which I respect, but if it is about our safety, we should be informed. Yeah, I understand. I understand with withholding certain bits of information too, especially during wartime. You know, I mean, my God, you don't want to be talking about what is currently, going on in the middle of a war too accurately. You don't want to be telling the enemy exactly what's happening. You don't want to be, giving them your game plan, obviously, which I think Geraldo got in trouble for that shit. Reporting what we were doing at times a little too accurately and giving the enemy good information. I think Geraldo got nailed for that shit. Didn't he get in trouble over that? But, yeah, I understand all that. Sometimes I question what we are told. What we are told, whether or not it's accurate. I just really wonder about that. Just like we're wondering about the JFK thing now, so many years later. I mean, I think 9/11 is going to be like that. I think people are going to be bickering and arguing about what the hell happened and what they believe really happened. I think that shit's going to be going on for the rest of time. But you got more people probably questioning the JFK thing than ever before. See, Sean says, I don't know if the government was involved. However, I do believe that they knew some kind of attack was inevitable and decided not to do anything about it. Heck, didn't the Pentagon lose $2.3 trillion a day before the attack? That I don't know. Jonah says, if you would happen to leak that information, you would be a traitor to your country. And I agree that. I mean, even if you were just a dumbass and you leaked information saying what we were doing in some specific place when there's a damn war going on, you could inadvertently or just out of foolishness end up being traitorous to your own country. Yeah. There's still a lot of questions about 9/11 that I have that I'm sure won't get answered, and I know I'm not the only one. And it's like the JFK thing to me. It's just like that. I mean, I don't know. Sean says, why wasn't Geraldo arrested? Okay, so do you know what I'm talking about, Geraldo? I think he got some deep shit over that. And I can't remember when exactly that was. Sean says, I do know he was fired from CNN for that. Okay. Alright, so we're talking about the same thing. What's up, Tim? Talking about war right now and reporting or misreporting on things. Ended up talking about JFK, 9/11, that kind of stuff. Yeah. I don't know, guys. Yeah, Geraldo. Boy, I remember when Geraldo did his damn... And somebody already brought up Capone earlier. I can't remember if Jonah or who brought up Capone. I remember being a kid and waiting to see Al Capone's vault open. Any of you older folks remember that? Geraldo did this big special. They found this vault, which was supposed to be Al Capone's. It did a big-ass TV special. Had everybody waiting to see what was going to be exposed in this vault. Did it live. Okay. And millions of Americans glued to their TV sets waiting to see what was in Capone's vault. And let's just say there wasn't a whole lot exciting going on. Not a whole lot exciting going on. They found some bottles and some garbage and shit. You know, everybody was expecting to find, you know, big money and loot and stuff. Oh gosh, it was a disappointment. Tim says, how's it going, brother? It's not really a subject I'd like to get into because I'm pissed off about all the propaganda and the hate that is going on social media. I'm actually trying to press a button to delete Facebook for a while. Oh shit. So Tim, you're fed up with it. Tim's fed up with propaganda, huh? I'll tell you what, it's a very hateful time in the media. Very hateful time. Very divisive time. And that media is really doing a damn good job to keep everybody divided, aren't they? Jonah says it's all crazy stuff. There's also a mystery of the Confederate train that carried bars of gold coins and silver coins. Wait, Jonah, you really want that gold? Jonah wants that damn gold, man. Looking for that gold shit. I'd like to find some gold. Yeah, Confederate train that carried bars of gold. You know, there's supposed to be gold in one of them rivers in New York City, too. I think a ship went down and had a bunch of money and shit in it. You guys ought to Google that shit. Jonah says there is a lot of political propaganda that has consumed our country that spreads nothing but hate. And that's what it's doing, man. It's just completely divisive. Jonah says, I would share it with you guys. Oh, nice. Well, keep that in mind when you find that damn gold, if you find it. I'm a poor honky here, I'll tell you that much. I'd appreciate some gold. But, yeah, Tim, that political shit, I'll tell you, man, I just steer clear of that shit. I don't buy into that. I don't buy into the whole left-right thing. Anyways, I mean, politically, that's how I am. I wouldn't identify myself as either of the two big parties because I think it's a system designed to split everybody in half anyways. You know, I mean, there's two parties, for crying out loud. There's no real choices here. There's no middle ground. And I think in reality, there is a majority of Americans that do have common sense, that do share the same core values. Okay? I do think there is a common middle ground out there. Now, the news would not want you to think that for a damn second. You know, they'd like you to believe that everybody is a radical freak, left or right. You know, that there is no common ground between us Americans. But I don't believe it. That's where I don't believe the news, you know. Tim says, I seen something on Facebook today that said that me and you have been friends for 5 years, LOL. Pretty sure we were friends when they made dirt, LOL. Yeah, that's that Facebook friend stuff, you know. That Facebook stuff, you know, which, of course, we know that the whole Facebook friends, a lot different than some of the real life friends, you know. Which, that's a weird thing about Facebook, is you end up having Facebook friends that you maybe never talk to in the real life, but then you end up communicating through Facebook, which is kind of cool. Tim says, no, it's a damn TV show they want you to watch, but the everyday person has nothing to do with their B star. I'm going to fill in the blanks. I'm going to guess you mean bullshit. Sean says, I don't know why Fox News even hired Geraldo. I mean, would you hire that guy? No, I wouldn't. But he was hot shit for a second. So, I'm sure he brought some viewers in. Jonah says, I would set all that money aside and pay off my family's debt and expenses. I would have paid my kids' way through life where they might not have to work a day in their life, but I would make them only because I would never raise a child with a silver spoon in their mouth. I would gladly give back to charities for our veterans and for my friends as well. No need to be a greedy bastard. Now, that's a good mentality. It's a good mentality. See, Scott McElfresh hopped on here. That's cool shit. It's cool shit. Yeah. Yeah. That's cool, Jonah, because you're, talk a lot about supporting veterans, and that's, one of the things that is a good thing about you that I'm always seeing is your support for veterans, which I don't think they get enough support either. I think, you put your ass on the line, for our country. You should be taken care of. You should be looked out for the rest of your life. And I don't think veterans get enough care and respect like they should. I definitely don't think they get the right medical care either that they deserve. So that's good that you're always talking about that and trying to keep the people aware and conscious of our veterans. So that's a cool thing. It's a cool thing. Tim says, absolutely. I think they need more support. My whole family is military. My youngest boy is a Marine. All right. Well, thank your boy for serving. Everybody owes something to these people, these young men and women to serve in the military. I mean, shit. And they end up, people in the military end up being used, they end up getting thrown in these politics and bullshit too, unfortunately, when what they're doing is the right thing. Serving in the military to protect our asses so we can sit around and bitch and gripe and argue with one another about what we think is right and what we think is wrong. And, I think some of the big bitchers and gripers don't take the time to think that somebody else is risking their life so that they have that opportunity to live that kind of life where they can sit around and bitch and gripe about it in peace, without having to worry about getting blown the hell up, which, was something I was thinking about when I watched that movie last night. That was set in former Yugoslavia during the wars there in the 90s. I thought, my gosh, I'm a lucky bastard to be where I am, I really did. I was thinking, I'm really lucky that I ended up being born where I was born. And, that so many people do so much to defend that. Jonah says, as of right now, I dream of finding silver coins while metal detecting. Jonah's a big metal detector geek. To all of our veterans, the least we can do is welcome them with open arms. If you put your life on the line to let me live in peace, you best believe I will do my best to get them off the streets. Semper Fi. Thank your son for his service for me. I look forward to giving back to my country here soon by enlisting in the Air Force. By no means will I be a hero, but I can gladly say I did my part to keep my country safe. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the best anybody can do, looking to be a hero. But, you know, now, I saw some protests. I watched a video of some protests in Israel. Makes me think, you know, over there it's mandatory that you serve in their military. You know, the IDF, the Israeli Defense Force. It's mandatory, and I was watching some footage of some people who were protesting that. And boy, they had police and security on horseback and stuff, and boy, they were messing these protesters up. And it was, I don't know, but I guess they were protesting the forced enlistment of these guys who didn't want to join the military, I guess. But over there, you don't have the option, you know. I mean, once you reach a certain age, you have to do, I don't know, 2 or 3 years in the service. I can't remember. Which I think Russia used to be like that. I think it used to be mandatory to serve in the military. But I'm not sure now. Let's see what Tim has to say here. Tim says, I will absolutely, and thank you so much for that. And if you're looking for old coins, go to Oak Knoll Park, down by the railroad tracks. That used to be a train station way back before any of us was thought of. Well, there you go. Hot tip there, Jonah. Check out by the railroad tracks. No shit. By Oak Knoll. Maybe you'll get lucky. Isn't that what all us guys ever want to do anyways, get lucky? Yeah. Yeah, the military wars. Yeah, I really, though, like I said, I was watching that movie and I got so thankful. I don't do that enough, you know. I don't think about that enough. I really don't. I'll admit it. I don't think enough about and appreciate where I live in America. Jonah says Oak Knoll was also Camp Massillon during the Civil War. Yeah, I was wondering about that. I thought it was some kind of Civil War camp thing. Tim says exactly. I found bones back there when I was a child, and I don't think they were cow bones. Some creepy shit, dude. Tim's wondering if he found some damn human remains. Those would have to be as interesting as gold coins. Maybe not as valuable, though. Human remains, you think? Wonder if there was ever a cemetery over there. Maybe there was. I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. You know, Jonah lives in an interesting area. He's not too far from the old Plague Cemetery and that other little cemetery on the northeast side of town. Jonah, remind me what the hell the name of that little cemetery is. That one right smack dab in that neighborhood. Let's see. Tim says it used to be my little high. I'm thrown off there, Tim. Okay. I was going to say, are you saying you might have been a little high? And then Tim said, LOL, it's supposed to say hideout. Okay. Okay, so it was your little hideout. Okay. Jonah says, I'm not chasing medals or heroes welcome. I am chasing pride in myself, knowing I am doing something I love. Well, and that's, you know, I wish you the best of luck with that. You know, I hope you get to do whatever you're really wanting to do in the Air Force. Hopefully you have a great time doing it. Okay, Jonah says the old cemetery at the end of my street is called the old Quaker Cemetery. And isn't that cemetery like right in people's backyards practically? I mean, that thing is smack dab in the middle of a damn neighborhood. I never really ran around that neighborhood much when I was a kid. So I only saw that cemetery like one time. For some reason I ended up going down that street. somebody I knew lived down there, and ended up one time seeing that cemetery, and I'm like, whoa, what the hell is this doing right here? It's really weird. Tim says, Jonah Bailey, you need to follow your dreams. You seem like a good person. There's Tim's opinion on that. And yeah, you should, Jonah. You should. You should do what you want to do. Jonah says the old Quaker cemetery has the remains of the original settlers of Kendall, which was the original settlement before Massillon Charity Roch. Oh, before Massillon. Charity Roch is buried there as well. I didn't know that. Wow. Kendall. Of course, not far from there is the Kendall Tavern. I think that's what it's called, that little bar. Or at least it used to be. Yeah, you gotta do what you want to do while you're young, especially. Because the older you get, the more priorities you get, and the less choices you have. You know. Tim says, neither did I. Jonah says, thank you, Tim. It truly means a lot. I'm doing my best to achieve all of my goals, to reach my dreams. I am so close to making them a reality. That's exciting. That's exciting stuff. And, you know, it's cool because you can make it happen, man. You can, and you will. You'll make it happen. You'll make it happen. You know, I've got kids that wonder, you know, what's it going to be like being an adult? Being an adult. Is it, you know, how hard is it to be a grown-up? And I'm like, you know what? With all the shit you guys got to deal with as kids, being an adult is just a different set of responsibilities. It's not, believe me. You get, you know, anybody with half a lick of sense is going to be all right handling life. You know. Tim says that is what life is all about, Jonah. Keep it going, buddy. Yeah. Yeah. You know the old sayings about believe in yourself and keep your eyes on your dreams and all that stuff. That is so cliche, and you're like, yeah, I heard that shit. It's true. That stuff's true. The shit is true. Definitely keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eye on the prize. Don't get pulled off track. And yeah, grown-up life. I'll tell you, if a kid can go to school and they can keep straight A's in school and be part of something like band or football or wrestling or any of these other things that takes up so much damn extra time, they can handle being a grown-up. You know, I got a son who, like I said, asks me questions all the time. How hard is it to do this, to pay bills, to keep track of this and that? And I'm like, dude, it's not going to be a friggin' problem. You can do all this other shit, you can handle this shit. There's a lot of dumbasses in this world who are doing just fine. You're going to be all right. And, you know, Jonah, with you joining the military, see, that's one of the good things about the military too, is a lot of stuff is taken care of for you. I mean, I'm not trying to say anything bad about military people. I'm saying that's a good perk, though. I mean, you got housing, you got food, you're guaranteed that your ass is not going to starve. That's one of the good things about it. Let's see, Jonah says, sorry from jumping from topic to topic, LOL, but another place I would love to metal detect would be the location of Massillon's old schools. Those would probably be good for coins. One school that is closed but is still standing is Edmund A. Jones Junior High School off of Pearl Avenue. It is now a church in the building. I would love to have access to see what the school looks like inside and be able to metal detect the property. Yeah, well, you ought to see about getting permission for that. You ought to see and look into that. That sounds cool. Tim says, I lost you guys for a minute, damn it. Jonah says, Old Lehman High School in Canton is on my list as well to metal detect and check out. I like explore locations if I can gain access. Yeah, you'd think, I never thought about that, but you're probably right. Those schools, man, kids dropping their change and shit. Tim says, I find a lot of old coins in my pocket, believe it or not. I searched every date of every coin I have. If 0.05 cents is more than 0.05, got it cashing in. So you check all your coins, see how old that shit is. Every now and then, well, I'll have one of those pennies that's really bronzy looking. You know, I'll check it out and I'll be like, damn, that's a pretty old penny. I ought to do something with it. And I don't. I don't put it the hell up. I get these plans that I'm going to keep these coins, you know. Boy, that was the year I was born, or I would have been 4 when that coin came out, and I don't keep the shit. I end up losing them. You know. I would have been in 3rd grade when this coin came out, and I don't keep the damn things. I end up losing them. Tim says, I have my phone talking for me. I have a stupid phone, LOL. Not a smartphone, a dumb one, huh? I'll tell you, it's amazing what these damn phones can do. Absolutely friggin' amazing. Tim says, all it takes is 1 mark on a coin to make it worth a lot of money. Yeah, Jonah says I collect coins as well. If your quarters, nickels, dimes, and half dollars are silver dollars in 1964 or prior, they are 90% silver. I didn't know that. Huh. I had no clue. And I don't know. Now I'm wondering what the hell the technical name for a coin expert is. There's got to be a somethinologist for that. But I don't know the term, damn it. Anybody knows that shit, go ahead and share that. There's got to be a somethinologist term for a coin expert, and I don't know it. Jonah says I have a good amount of coins collected already. I plan to grow my collection. So Jonah's going to be planting them in potting soil and watering them daily, watching his garden grow. Yeah, I've thought about saving coins, and I just don't know how in the hell I would put them up. You know, do you put them in little plastic cases or what? Tim says the first thing I do when I go into the bank is say, what kind of coins do you have? I would get rolls and rolls of that just to search them. So he likes going through the change there. Jonah says I cash in my spare change that is not silver. How about these pennies, man? How about these junk-ass pennies they started coming up with a few years ago? With the big shield on them? Boy, those things are funny, aren't they? They feel like fake coins. They don't even feel real. I mean, you know, they're like barely copper at all. You know what the hell I'm talking about. These junk-ass little pennies. Flimsy, light little things. I mean, it used to be the good old pennies back in the days when I was a kid. You could throw one really hard, hit your brother in the head with it, and he'd feel it. These things nowadays, they feel like plastic. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but these are, I mean, junky shit. Tim says pennies are really awesome as well. The fake ones, like you were all talking about, still, you were looking for a misprint. Yeah, when they, misprint or misstamp them or whatever. Like sometimes they'll have like, the face almost doubled. Misstruck, I think they call it. Jonah says, I also pick up coins I find on the ground. I view it as when I find them, to me, They are not just a coin. I always read "In God We Trust" on a coin, and I take the time to say a prayer to thank God for what I have. I see it as a sign that things will get better. Well, that is definitely a positive way to look at it. I'll be honest, I've never thought of that idea. Maybe I'd have a more positive outlook if I did. Maybe that's something productive to do, or a positive way of looking at it. Tim says, see, I knew you was a good man. Ah, damn. Jonah's getting all kinds of props. Yeah. Yeah. I never thought about doing that, Jonah. Jonah says, I would hate finding the new zinc pennies when I would be metal detecting because they always chip and fall apart. Really? I didn't know that. Zinc pennies, is that what they are? See, I didn't know what they were. I just know they're flimsy, cheap shit. You know, I guess that's my term for zinc. It's flimsy, cheap shit. I just know they're not, you know, the pennies back in the days were pretty tough. I mean, you're talking about these things falling apart. Wow. Oh, my doggy's whining at me. You want to come up here? Can you get up there? There you go. There we go. Sit down. Good girl. How we doing? Good girl. See, I think Nala just wanted to be involved a little bit there. Tail's wagging. You're all excited. See? I think she's camera shy. Tim says, Paul, I appreciate wasted lunches bring people together, and it's a change from our lives. Thanks, Tim. Thank you. I'm glad. You know, I tried to do a little thing the other day just to kind of shout at people and say, you know, damn it, hop on. You know. Sean says, special guest, Nala. Yeah. First time you're really on here, huh? Tim says, what a beautiful dog. Oh, thanks. I think she's blushing now. Are you blushing? Huh? Yeah, she's a good dog. Don't know exactly what kind of doggy she is. You know, can only guess. I think she's a little bit pit bull or something and something else. I'm guessing. We're not sure. But she's a good dog. She's smart, really smart. She's good watchdog. She barks really good. Let's see. Jonah says, I have plenty of them to show you sometime, Paul. It is very interesting. We went from copper to zinc. Little fun fact, I have multiple steel cents from World War II. That sounds cool. They stopped the production of copper pennies to use it for the production of ammunition to send to our troops. Wow. Tim says, all right, my friends. Well, that was my lunchtime. I'm back to work. All right, don't work too hard, Tim. Thanks for hopping in and participating in the show, dude. Let's see. Sean asks, is she wearing a coat? No, Jonah said, have a great day, Tim. Take care. Yeah, do that, dude. Be cool. Be safe. Sean asks, is she wearing a coat? Yes, she is wearing a coat. My dog is wearing a coat. And, you know, normally I'm not one of those people who is like, well, let's dress the dog in something cutesy. I'm not like that at all about dogs. But with our dog, she is short-haired, okay? So she gets cold quick, all right? She doesn't have much fur to keep her warm. So she freezes in the wintertime. So she is wearing a coat. And at first glance, it looks like it is a camouflage coat. But what it is it's dark green with light green dog bone pattern on it. It's made out of some kind of polar fleece. But what's funny is she loves wearing it. She really does. You know, she's not dumb. She knows that this coat keeps her warm. She knows it. Huh. Which I can't show it off very good because it's form-fitting. Gives her a slimmer figure. So, right? So, but it keeps her warm. It really works. So Nala's totally cool with it. I mean, she has no problem wearing this coat. She likes it. So, works out for her and for us because she gets to look cute wearing a coat and she gets to be warmer. Tim says, before I go, real quick, are you thinking about going on to the TV? Because you ought to, brother. Onto the TV. Are you saying on television? Well, if I could get onto TV, that'd be cool. Right now, the furthest I'm doing right now, what's happening, Vicky? Hi. What is going on right now is I'm doing Facebook Live, okay? And I'm doing the show on Facebook Live, and I am uploading the, these videos get recorded, so to speak, on Facebook Live, and then I upload them to my YouTube channel. So, if it were to grow from something out of that, I mean, if that's what you're talking about, TV, that'd be a cool thing. I would like that to happen, but we'll just see. We'll just see where it goes from here. But if that's what you're suggesting and saying I ought to, then I will say thank you, because I take that as a compliment. So thank you. It would be cool, though. It would be cool. But I don't know exactly how you end up on TV exactly. Tim says, well, I did not even know you had a YouTube channel. Yeah, the channel is Paul McVeigh Original Universe. So, see, I did have an old channel and then started a new one. So if you put in Paul McVeigh Universe, you're going to end up finding the correct channel, the current one, where I'm uploading all the wasted lunches after I do them, kind of for a posterity kind of thing. But I'm not, at this time, I'm not getting sponsored or anything like that. But, who knows? Who knows where life will lead? We'll see. Right? You're giving me that suspicious look, Nala. But yeah, I'd like to. That'd be cool. I'd be cool with it. It'd be fun. Tim says, like I said, follow the dream. Yeah, well, I mean, that would be part of my dream there. I'll admit it. I'd love to get syndicated or whatever you technically call it. Sean says, what was the foreign guy's name? Foreign guy's name. Are you talking about on my channel? Are you talking about Pavel? If that's who you're talking about, that would be Pavel McVeigh. That would be our friend from Eastern Europe, if that's who you're talking about. Oh my gosh, you're such a baby. Put my arm here and you gotta get up here and snuggle up to me, which is so cool. It's so cool. But you know what? When Teresa's around, you're not my dog anymore, are you? You're mommy's dog. See, Sean says yes, Polvo. It's actually Pavel. Pavel is actually how it's spelled, Sean. But yeah, Pavel. Did you guys check out any of the Pavel reports? Sean says you need to bring him back. Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing. I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about seeing if he wants to do some more content. I've just, to be honest with you, it's crazy because, it doesn't seem like, doing wasted lunch, I do it, every day, Monday through Friday. And believe it or not, it ends up taking up some time. You just end up spending time doing it. But yeah, I'm thinking Pavel needs to make a comeback, an appearance sometime. So I'll keep that in mind. I will keep that in mind. I forgot I had coffee. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think Pavel does need to make an appearance. Let's see. Sean says, you better pay him good. I don't want to hear about no slave labor wages. Well, I'm sure in U.S. dollars, you know, a couple of U.S. bucks is a lot of money to him anyways. You know, the currency rate is pretty good for where he lives, so American money's worth a lot more where he's from. So he doesn't need a whole lot to be getting paid good. But so what's on the agenda, guys? Anybody got anything exciting going on this weekend? I know the game's coming up. People are going to that. I know Mike's not going to the damn game, or I'm pretty damn sure he isn't. Which, speaking of Mike, that's another thing. One of these days, going to have to get you on here live. I'm going to have to get you on here live sometime, so just let me know sometime when you're in a spot where you feel like being on here live. Of course, maybe you don't want to be on live. You know, I could be, you know, but I'm just saying, Mike, we haven't had you on here live and in person, so something to keep in mind. One of these days, we got to get your ass on here. Sean says a Pavel revolution is coming. Yeah. Well, I still got some Pavel t-shirts, believe it or not. I think I have a couple. I think I got a Pavel hoodie still. I had some Pavel shirts. And those were pretty interesting. So, I got a couple shirts left. Which were kind of, you know, when you say the Pavel revolution, it made me think of those t-shirts, the Pavel shirts. Oh my gosh. Yeah. What's the big excitement? Of course I'm not going to the game or anything like that. It's going to be another weekend with another craft show. I might actually be going to this craft show. You know, Teresa's like, well, you want to go to the craft show with me? This morning I'm like, do I want to go to the craft show? Let's see, Mike says, I could do that one day while you're wasting my lunch. See, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. We're gonna have to get you on here, Mike. Sean says, is Pavel a communist? Well, once again, it's P-A-V-E-L. P-A-V-E-L. And I'm correcting you just in case you do some search, so you're spelling it right. That's why I'm correcting you. Oh shit, Mike says, I will also not be going to the game. Yeah, I didn't figure you'd be coming all the way over here. Is Pavel a communist? No, I do not believe he is a communist. No. Jonah says, I don't know if I ever told you this, Paul, but watching and participating with Wasted Lunch has helped me through some rough times. Awesome. Many things have gotten so much better with great friendships, great conversations, motivational talks, and believe it or not, I am talking to a girl who is so beyond sweet. I would love to get to know her and see how it goes from there. All in all, life is great. Wow. Damn. Well, one, let's just get this off taken care of. Thank you. Two, that's friggin' awesome that, you know, Wasted Lunches helped you feel so much better. Shit, man, that's awesome. That's great. And I'm glad their motivational talks have helped, and I'm glad you met this gal. And, you know, that's another thing, man. Just do it, you know. Communication. Good luck with her. Sean said, Pavel, P-A-V-E-L, yep. And Mike says, I'll have my people call your people. Sounds good. But, yeah, Jonah, man, that's some good news, man. Beyond sweet. That sounds like a keeper there. Just be confident. Believe in yourself, you know. Confidence is a big deal. It's a big deal with girls, too. Confidence, you know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being sensitive, having sensitivity, but, you know, being confident in yourself is important, too. You know, don't necessarily have to be a dick about things, but, you know. Jonah says, I will be attending tonight's game. I have went to breakfast with my dad and grandpa, then cleaned his carpet, and I am now enjoying another show before the game. Cool. Sean says, is Pavel Russia? Well, Sean, I couldn't really tell you exactly what part of Eastern Europe he's from. I just know it's somewhere in Far East. You know, like you, I just... You know, I can only really understand him through his subtitles, so I'm kind of in the dark there, too. So, I just kind of draw my own conclusions, I guess. He's from somewhere cold, you know, where they wear furry hats, you know, somewhere east of England, you know, east of England, I guess. But yeah, yeah, he's sort of enigmatic like that. My gosh, I'm looking. I've been using spittoon for an ashtray, which I don't dip or chew tobacco or anything like that, but I've been using this as an ashtray. And now I look in it and then I see it's full of safety pins and hardware and stuff. Things. Sean says, wait, you've never actually met the guy. No, I haven't. No. Pavel does his own thing. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can get some contact from him. That'd be interesting. Well, me, my friends, I don't know what the hell I'm doing today. I don't know. I should be sleeping is what I should be doing. I slept about 3 hours. No, a little over 3 hours today. 3.5 hours. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I should try to catch up on some damn sleep. That way I can be conscious tonight. Well, today. Or later on today. Anyways. Let's see. Time is 1:43. About 1:43 oven standard. I've been on here way longer than I usually am. Sean said LOL. So I'm going to have to wrap it up. Remember, what is it? Wrap it up before you slap it up? Is that how it goes? But I'm going to have to wrap it up and get off of here and either make myself do something useful or take a nappy. I'm not good at those nap things, you know. I'm not good at sleeping in the middle of the day, but I really should. But I'm going to have to hop off here. I'm going to say go Tigers. I hope they win again. I really do. It'd be cool to see them go all the way. Sean said, have a good day, Paul. You guys have a great day, too. All of you. Really, have a fantastic day. Mike, keep your ass warm up there in Buffalo. Jonah says, have an amazing day, Paul. Well, thank you. I'm going to do my best to have an amazing day. And I appreciate that, guys. I appreciate that. And I hope you guys all have a fantastic day. I really do. And I don't know if I'm going to pull off a broadcast sometime over the weekend or not. I'm not sure. Might. Jonah says, go Tigers. I will keep you updated on the score. Thank you. I appreciate that, guys. I like seeing what's going on. And you guys are kind of my sports anchors, I guess. So, yeah, keep me updated on that, guys. Whatever you do, be careful out there. Look out for your brothers and sisters out there in the world. And, you know, Monday we'll be doing this again at noonish, oven standard. Until then, be careful, and I will see you later. Bye.